So the first process is define activities. As I told you, the main input to this process is scope baseline, right? This is where you can see the connectivity between scope management knowledge area and schedule management knowledge area. So what is scope baseline here? What is the main input we are talking about is the work breakdown structure. And within work breakdown structure, what exactly we are looking at? We are looking at the work packages. So basically you take the work packages and you use a technique called decomposition. And decomposition, what it does, it basically breaks down the work packages into smaller components. And once you break down what you get a list of activities. Okay, so you see the connection. You take, first of all, the project scope statement is decomposed into WBS and into work packages. Now that work packages are taken and they are further decomposed into activities. So that is the main work done here. Then we have something called rolling wave planning. So what is rolling wave planning? It's nothing but the concept called progressive elaboration, where in a project, sometimes you may not have 100% of the information to do schedule. So what you do, you take whatever information available with you. Let's say you get 90% of the information. You have collected the requirements, you have 90% clarity. So what do? You leave aside the 10% and then you just focus on the 90%. So the 10%, what you will do later as information comes with you, then probably you do the development or you work on those features or work on those requirements in a subsequent time. Okay, so that is called rolling wave planning. To give you an example or to show you in a picture form, normally how it looks like is, let's say this is the timeline, right? Let's say this is the timeline. Now what happens is you will start the planning, right? And you will spend a lot of effort in a predictive life cycle to capture the work and do the planning. So a lot of effort is done upfront, right? Like a mountain. But as I say, it may be only for 90% of the work. You may not have information for a small portion, let's say 10% of the work. So what do? You wait. Then later, after some time, once you get information for this, then you will do a small planning effort later. Let's say this is maybe for, let's say, another 7% of the work you do this, and you still don't have information for 3%. Then again, you might wait for some more time and spend a little bit more effort to complete the remaining 3%. So this is called rolling wave planning, right? You can see almost like a kind of wave forms here. Whereas if you look at, let's say, an agile project, this is more or less uniform kind of wave you will see in a agile project, because your planning effort is more or less repeated, right? So it will be something like that. Right? Maybe there may be some small gaps. Okay, it's fine. So it's more or less like a uniform kind of effort that is spent in agile projects. You don't have a kind of like upfront work done by predictive life cycle. You don't have that in agile projects. So this technique is called rolling wave planning. And what are the outputs we get? We get 3 major outputs: activity list, activity attributes, milestone list. These are the 3 important outputs we need to remember.